I'm Abby. What? Where was I? Oh my god, my eyes are... I promise I'm not crying. I'm just dead. This week on the internet girl gang, we did a poll on Twitter and asked... I actually don't know what the poll was. I don't know, but the result was that people wanted to see fall themed videos. So we're doing that. I'm not creative. I couldn't think of anything fall themed to do. And so Vanessa told me to do a fall makeup tutorial. So thanks, Vanessa. I also haven't planned this at all, so we'll see how it turns out. Also, I'm wearing a sweater and it's 85 degrees outside. So first I'm going to prime my face, and there has been like this whole revolution on the internet that primer doesn't work and it doesn't do anything, and if you have oily skin, then you know that primer definitely does keep your makeup on for longer, so people can stop spreading this false information that it does nothing. Thank you. I have really huge pores and super oily skin, and so this kind of helps with that a little bit. I just put this all over my face. Stunning. So now I'm going to take my Milk Makeup Foundation in the shade Fair. Shocker. The lightest shades of this were always Fair and Ivory, and they were both too dark for me. And now they have even lighter shades after I already spent $40 on this. So if it's a little bit too dark, don't get mad at me. And I don't wear a ton of foundation. I kind of just do like a little tiny bit on the areas where my face is the most red, which is kind of everywhere. I look so white. So next I'm going to take the Tarte Shape Tape because I'm original. And I'm gonna put literally the tiniest little bit under my eyes. I see YouTube tutorials all the time where people do like the full triangles with this, and the little tiny bit goes the longest way. But I mean, you do you. And I like to blend concealer with my fingers because listen, I feel like it makes it more full coverage than with a beauty blender because that kind of absorbs a lot of it. And I just put that in the center points of my face that I want to highlight. And then I do a little bit on my temples because that's where I have the most scarring, and it's kind of hard to cover with just foundation. Now I'm going to take the Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation, and I put a pretty decent amount of powder on my face because my skin is so oily. Makeup lasts about 5 minutes on my face before I look greasy and disgusting. This headband is hurting my head so much because my head is so big. Oh my god, you know the episodes of George Lopez where he's a baby and his head is super big? That's how I feel right now. Okay, we're taking this off. We're gonna get something a little bit more grown up. I'm gonna use my JoJo bow. So now that I have JoJo's face on my head, I can continue. Next, I'm gonna take this Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I don't really contour, I just kind of cheat. This is more to make my face look less pale. Ooh, sister snatched. Now we make my forehead look less large. I'm just kidding, if you have a big forehead, love it, own it. And give me a little bit of a jawline that I don't really have. Well, I have one when I do that, but... And now we're gonna blend her out so that I don't look like I have super harsh lines all over my face, because that's ugly. I'm gonna take the Too Faced, what is this called? Love Flush Blush in the shade Your Love is King. And I just smile, and then like I start here and go there. Yeah. I like to use more of a dark blush during the fall and winter because I don't know why. Now I look like this. Now I'm gonna take, I have never liked highlighters. Sorry, don't yell at me. I bought this e.l.f. highlighter because it was like $6 or something. And like, I kind of like putting highlighter on now. So I'm shocked. I just do a little tiny bit on my cheekbones because I don't want to look too greasy too quickly. My skin will make that happen anyway. And then I just do down my nose and I do like the little exclamation point thing where you do like a line and then a dot. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to take this NYX, what is this called? Tinted brow gel, and just put it where my eyebrows are a little bit more sparse and have some chunks missing. Now I'm going to do my eyes, and I'm going to use the Miss Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, her original one, because I know she has a million of them now. I haven't tried any of the new ones, but this one is really good, so 12 out of 10 would recommend. So first I'm going to take this one, and it's called Hunts, and I'm going to put this in my crease. I hate that word so much. Oh my god. Frick is this called? I'm gonna take a little tiny bit of this one, Jax, and put that in my crease over what I just did. And with this, instead of blending it like I did before, I'm kind of just packing it into my crease just to really intensify it. Me versus wiping off my dirty makeup brushes on my leg. Now I'm gonna take in light the first shade and I'm just gonna pack that into my inner corner. Now I'm gonna take Firework, this shimmery copper, is that? I don't even know. And I'm gonna put that all over the center of my eyelid. And now for a real fun time, I'm gonna take this gold shade Queen and put that, how do I explain this? More towards the bottom of that center color I just did. I don't know how to explain that. And now I'm gonna take a tiny little bit of Crayon Apple and I'm gonna put that on the outer third of my eyelid. Stunning. And now finally I'm gonna go back in with Jax and just blend that into the outer corner of my eyelid. And now I'm going to do a little tiny bit on my lower lash line and I'm just going to do Roxanne and just pack that really, really close to my lash line. And now I just blend her out. I know a lot of people like to do their eye makeup before their face makeup. I do that sometimes, but I feel like it's not always necessary. Like, you can just tap off your brush and then you won't have any fallout. No tea, no shade. So now I'm going to take this ColourPop gel eyeliner and I'm going to tight line my eye and just put this under my eyelashes. And now I'm going to take liquid eyeliner. This is the Physicians Formula Eye Booster. Now eyeliner is something that I think is so different for every eye shape and it's kind of hard to do one universal eyeliner tutorial. So you kind of have to figure out what works for your eyes, and for me, my eyes go down a little bit. They're like a little bit droopy, and so I like to focus it mainly on this part. So I just do a really, really thin line on the more outer half of my eyelid. So my goal with eyeliner is to make my eyes go up a little bit more, and so with this one, when I put it only on the outer half of my eyelid, it brings it a little bit more up than this one. So I'm gonna do that on both of them. Now that I'm done with that, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I literally hate curling my eyelashes so much. Oh my god. I usually skip curling my eyelashes altogether, but like, I'll do it for the sake of the video. Now I'm gonna take this Physicians Formula Killer Curves mascara. This is my favorite mascara ever. Like I do with my eyeliner, I focus this mainly on the outer part of my eye, and then I just do a tiny little bit on my bottom lashes. Stunning. And last-ish, I'm going to take this baby lips thing. I'm just putting it in like the middle part, and then I blend it out with my finger. So now my lips are just a little bit red tinted as opposed to a full-on intense red. So last, I'm gonna take this Too Faced Sweet Peach lip gloss in the shade Peach Fuzz and put that on top. There we go. And last, well, I said last time. This is actually last. I'm going to set my face with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. So that is it for my, what is this video? My fall makeup tutorial thing. Thank you, Vanessa, for giving me this idea because you know I'm not creative. And thank you guys for watching this. And we're all doing some kind of fall themed videos this week, so stick around for that and watch them. And I'll see you hopefully next Tuesday because that's when I'm supposed to post videos. Bye guys!